So you go from trying to dismantle racism to now trying to dismantle whiteness. The NAACP is a Model T organization in a Tesla world. It has far outlived its usefulness. To your point, it is far more concerned with the type of interests that sort of animate the wokest part of the left, right? And particularly, white liberals and their political interests. So things on abortion, obviously. I'm sure the stuff on gender will be coming next. The type of, Ibram Kendi, Robin DiAngelo style anti-racism. And I just don't think that those are the things that lead to the advancement of colored people, so to speak. So when I see an org that's supposed to be for the benefit of black folks, criticizing a law that would lead to more black people being born, then I know that they're not really about serving our interests. They're about serving, someone else's interests. So it's sad. The last time I remember NAACP being in the news, at least for me, was when they went to Hollywood and they harassed a bunch of white B-list actors into, quote unquote, taking responsibility for racism. And that's the sort of thing that they feel is necessary in this time. And I think part of it is when you morph from an organization that is trying to tackle problems like racism and disenfranchisement to trying to attack people, right? So you go from trying to dismantle racism to now trying to dismantle whiteness. You see that the NAACP is really in the midst of an identity crisis. So they're just glomming on to whatever the left is interested in this day. And I guarantee you soon from now, they will be talking about, pregnancy rights or reproductive rights for birthing people and chest feeding and everything else that you see in the left on a daily basis. The NAACP and a lot of these other organizations that really function in the lineage of Du Bois have really failed us. And that's how I would put it. The talented 10th has failed Black America. And I think it's time for us to go in a different direction with a new leadership class that is focused on the actual issues that are impacting us. So Jason, I'm to the point now, if you say you're a black organization or a black leader, and I listen to you for long enough and I don't ever hear you mention the family at all, or marriage, child rearing, any of those issues, it's hard for me to really take you seriously, because really what you're doing is you're a person who talks about being oppressed by white people. But when black folks say, no, there's some things that we can do, we can take responsibility for our own community, you attack those people and say, no, the key to black people moving up in this world is for the white people that I say are oppressing us to come now and liberate us. And just as a man, that type of weakness is something that I just find repulsive. I'll never get on board with that. If anybody ever sees my kids out in the street, either acting up or uncared for, your first turn shouldn't be to the government or to their school. Your first turn should be to me. I'm their father. I'm responsible for them. But our leaders now preach a message of black irresponsibility. Not even that black people are irresponsible. What I'm saying is irresponsibility to the extent that we're not responsible for anything in our environment. Nothing, right? If I bring up the fact that, the black homicide victimization rate is about 7 times higher than that for whites, someone from the root will mockingly respond, oh, hey, look, guys, he's talking about black on black crime. And my response is, but that's important, right? If you care for black lives, the things taking them should be important to you, regardless of who's taking them. But those outlets would rather write articles entitled The 6 Types of Karen or The 5 Types of Becky. That's the black leadership class in a nutshell right now.